Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Yes, wonderful, respected friends. Greetings to you all, salutations to you all, congrats to you all, then gratitudes to you all, and then for all of us, prayers. Today's topic also is that alone, prayers to the divine to empower us so that we always take right decisions of being on path spiritual all the time. To empower our Vyaktitvas of Lokasevaka, Dharmasthavaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta, Gambhira, Samskrita Bhasha, Jnata, Vyakarana Sahita, Guru Upasakaha, Daivopaasakaha, Mananakarta, Chintanakarta, Nididhyasanakarta, Anubhavi, Anubhavanishthita. To empower ourselves in all this, and for that, to invoke the Krupa of the Parabrahma Tattva through identification, Ishvara Tattva through Sharanagati, Jagannatha Tattva through Prarthana, Devata Ganas through the Upasana, Guru Gana by being obedient, and to the Shruti Gana by being regular. To know all these things in all their details, here we are to study our Upanishads. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, we are doing fourth chapter. In this, Brahma Tattva, Atma Tattva explained, its relation with the Srushti also is explained. Now, know that Tattva and your Mukta is explained, and in pursuing so, invoke the grace of that Tattva only is said. And praying to him, Buddhya Shubhaya Samyunattu. In the Upanishad also, the need of prayer, that compulsion of the prayer has been explained. So, we being the followers of our Shastras, understand how and why the Ganesh Shruti Mata telling us to invoke the Kripa of the Paramatma. Let us do so. Though Bhashyakara has not given here the Bhashya, he already gave in the earlier chapter to the same mantra. So we'll browse through that and try to understand and then move further. Before the Upanishadic Adhyayanam, let us enjoy our beautiful daily practice of Vedic mantra Ucharana and also our common sense thought discussion with a little. Then our Mangalacharana Shloka Sankalpa as well as our mantra Ucharana of the Upanishad. Then the Adhyayanam with Bhashya. Rigveda we are chanting. Ashtama Mandala we are in. We'll do the 91st and 92nd Anuvakas. 2 should be enough. Let's start. Om Atha Parayanam Rugvedah Ashtama Atha Ekanavatatama Mantradarabhya. Friends, try to bring the mind to focus, concentration and listen it. Take this also as a sacred sadhana. We are just by chanting, paying our respects, gratitudes to the Sanatana Dharma, to the Rishi Parambara, to the Shruti Mata. And none of these Veda mantras are of less use. They all talk either of Dharmartha, Kama Purushartha or Moksha Purushartha. They all tell us the outer and inner duties to be performed. They give us techniques as to how to tune to ourselves and to the whole world so that our life and the world's life is beautiful. Such are the wisdoms of our rishis which they have given to us in these Vedas. As we grow, tune more, give more time, show our Shraddha, more knowledge will be revealed to us. Chanting Hataikanavatitamanovakarabhyam Om Kanyavaravayati Somamapi Sruta Vidatam Astambarantyabbravidindraya Sunavaitva Shakraya Sunavaitva Asauya Eshi Virako Gruham Gruham Vichakashad Imam Jambhasutam Pibadhanavantam करम्भिणमपूपवन्तमुक्तिनम् आचनत्वा चिकित्सामोदिचन त्वानेमसि शनैरिव शनकैरिवेन्द्रायेन्दो परिस्रव कुविच्छकत्कुवित्करत्कुविन् नो वन्यसस्करत् कुवित्पतिद्विषो यतिरिन्द्रेण सङ्गमामहै इमानि त्रीणि विष्टपातानीन्द्रविरोहय शिरस्ततस्योर्वरामादिदम् उपोदरे असौचयान उर्वरादिमां तन्वं मम अथो ततस्य यच्छिरः सर्वातारो मशाकृति खेरथस्य केन सः केयुगस्य शतक्रतो अपालामिन्द्रत्रिषु त्रिष्पूत्यकृणोः सूर्यत्वचम् 92 पान्तमावो अन्धस इन्द्रमभिप्रगायत विश्वासाहं शतक्रतुं मंहिष्टं चर्षणीनां पुरुहूतं पुरुष्टुतं गाथान्यं सनश्रुतम् इन्द्र इति ब्रवीतन इन्द्र इन्नो महानान्दाता वाजानां नृतुः महा अभिज्ञा यमतो अपादुषिप्र्यन्दसः सुदक्षस्य प्रहोषिणः इन्द्रोरिन्द्रो यवाशिरः तं विप्रार्चतेन्द्रं सोमस्य पीतये तदिध्यस्य वर्धनम् अस्य पेत्वा मदानां देवो देवस्यौजसा विश्वाभिभुवना भुवतो त्यमुवः सत्रासाहं विश्वासु गीर्ष्वायतम् आच्यावयस्यूतये युध्वं सन्तमनर्वाणं सोमपामनवच्युतं नरमवार्यक्रतुं शिक्षाण इन्द्रराय आपुरुविद्वारुचिशम हवानः पार्ये धने अतश्चिदिन्द्रण उपायाहि शतवाजया इषा सहस्रवाजया अयामदेवतो धियोर्वद्भिः शक्रगोदरे जयेम पृत्सु वज्रिवः वयमुत्वा शतक्रतो गावो न यवस्वेश्वा उक्ते शृणयामसे विश्वा हि मर्त्यत्वनानुक्रामा शतक्रतो अगन्मवज्रिन्नाशसः ते सुपुत्रशवसो वृत्रन् कामकातयः न त्वामिन्द्रातिरिच्यते स नो वृषन् सनिष्ठया सङ्घोरया द्रवित्वा धिया विड्ढि पुरन्ध्या यस्ते नूनं शतक्रतविन्द्रद्युम्नितमो मदः तेन नूनं मदे मदेः यस्ते चित्रश्रवस्तमो य इन्द्र वृत्रहन्तमः य ओजोदातमो मदः विद्वाहि यस्ते अद्रिवस्त्वा दत्तः सत्यसोमपाः विश्वासुदस्मकृष्टिशो इन्द्राय मध्वने सुतं परिष्टो भन्तु नो गिरः अर्कमर्चन्तु कारवः यस्मिन् विश्वा अधिश्रियो रणन्ति सप्त संसदः इन्द्रं सुते हवामहे त्रिकदृकेषु चेतनं देवासो यज्ञमत्नता तमिद्वर्धन्तु नो गिरः आत्वा विशन्त्विन्दवः समुद्रमिव सिन्धवः न त्वामिन्द्रातिरिच्यते विव्यक्तमहिना वृषन् ऋक्भक्षं सोमस्य जागृवे य इन्द्र जठरेषु ते हरन्त इन्द्र कुक्षये सोमो भवतु वृत्रहन् अरन्धामभ्य इन्दवः हरमश्वाय गायति श्रुतकक्षो हरङ्गवे हरमिन्द्रस्य धाम्ने हरं हिष्मसुतेषु न सोमेष्विन्द्रभूषसि हरन्ते शक्रदावने पराकात्ताच्चिदद्रिवस्त्वां नक्षन्तनो गिरः अरङ्गमामते वयम् एवाह्यसि वीर युरेवाशूर उत स्थिरः एवा ते राध्यं मनः एवा रातिस्तु भीमघविश्वेभिर्धायि धातृभिः अधाचिदिन्द्रमे स च मोषु ब्रह्मेव तन्द्रयुर्भुवो वाजानां वदे मत्स्वासुतस्य गोमतः मान इन्द्राभ्यादिश सूरो अक्तुष्वायमन् त्वायुजावनेम तत् त्वयेदिन्द्रयुजा वयं प्रतिब्रुवीमहि स्पृदः त्वमस्माकं तवस्मसि त्वामिद्धि त्वायवो नोनु वतश्चरान् सखाय इन्द्रकारवः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Just two anuvakas today. We enjoyed chanting. Keep doing little bit even at home. In this way only we can divinize ourselves. Now, friends, in our common sense thought today, the discussions are two, three assorted thoughts. Narayana. Simple ones, they're all known to you, all the matured people. Just reminding ourselves, that's it. So we are in this world getting everything in the world from the world. So we have to give back to the world also in so many ways. One of the thing is the present scenario that is going on, you know, right from the mind of every individual, between the individuals at home, between the neighbors, friends, relations, gully, gully, street, street, between two colonies, localities, small little towns or states or district states, between two countries, nations, even the continents. The unrest that's going on, which we are seeing, we are in the present world, we too have a role to play. What role is continuously sending those optimistic, positive thoughts. The two thoughts are the righteousness prevail and then the peace prevail. धर्म का स्थापना हो और शांति का स्थापना हो और सत्य the ultimate truth. Then there will be mutual understanding, love between people. For that, consciously we can send the thoughts instead of remaining a mere onlooker or witness. What do you call non cooperating? No. So things are happening very bitter, should not happen. But it is Ishwarecha. But what can be our sankalpa is this thing. Ki let the dharma prevail, let the shanti prevail. That means whoever are the karakas, causes of ashanti and adharma, obviously, as long as they are there, they will disturb dharma and shanti. Therefore, let their minds be set. Let some divine miracle happen that the minds of all those people who are holding on to the adharma and ashanti, let their intellects minds be set proper. Let them have that clarity and maturity and understanding that we are not the only beings here. The whole world has so many beings. As much we have right to live here, so much others to have the right. As much we seek freedom, everyone seeks freedom. When two people are there, they have to cooperate and coordinate rather than quarreling to destroy each other. This wisdom may prevail in every individual especially all the leaders who are leading the big groups. है ना? And these wars continue as all the time if we are not extending these prayers and becoming wiser to select correct leaders, and the leaders so called also should be matured to give value importance to the dharma and shanti, not ahankara and swartha, not to that chandasavada called as fanaticism, isn't it? See those terrible fights that are going on. It is breaking the heart only. The Russia-Ukraine war, so many buildings, all of them removed and destroyed. People become homeless and suffering. Here or there, both. Not only human. How many trees are burned, destroyed? How many birds, animals die? War is always destructive only. It never brings any joy. So let the wisdom prevail. Try to avoid it only by adjusting oneself within more than suppressing the other. And anything, let discussion happen. Let discussion need not lead to any decision even for 1,000 years. That's better than not having the war and killing the beings, isn't it? Everywhere you see the wars, this West Asia, side South Asia, here and there, you know, there really the bombings and all of them are happening in other places. The cold wars that are there, and in the mind also there are vengeances and hatred. First, it starts from the mind only, then only it expresses as action. So let all become wise enough to know that peaceful coexistence is the only way now. We have become one family in the globe is because of the communications, transports, and every nation is growing, and especially in one thing or the other, each one needs others. The nations need, the beings need, you know, each other. Therefore, cooperate, coordinate, isn't it? Otherwise, the whole world will become so destroyed with the third world war and all that is being spoken. It should not happen. So the prayer is Sarve Janaha Sujano Bhavantu. Sarve Sujanaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Sarve Janaha Sujano Bhavantu. Let every being become Sujana, matured, understanding, cooperative, coordinating, tolerating, etc. Such Sarve Sujanaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Not Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Sarve Janaha Sujano Bhavantu. Sarve Sujanaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Or the other beautiful mantra which is there in our Vedas, Durjanaha Sajjano Bhuyat. सज्जनः शान्तिमाप्नुयात् शान्तो मुच्येत बन्धेभ्यः मुक्तश्च अन्यान् विमोचयेत् दुर्जनः सज्जनो भूयात्. Let the people with wrong attitudes, intentions become people of sajjana, right attitudes, intentions, performances. Sajjanaha shanti mapnuyat. Let all the sajjanas become peaceful at their heart. Shanto muccheta vandebhya. All these Shanta Purushas become liberated from all bondages, which is through Jnanam. Mukta cha Jnana vimochayet. Let the liberated guide others also on this path of moksha. A complete prayer it is. If you can remember, do it. If not, at least this much. Let Dharma prevail. Let Adhyatmikata prevail. Let Shanti prevail. Let the goodness or freedom or what you call the coordination or bhaichara, what you call it as, let that prevail in this universe. Oh Lord, please bless. We can extend these prayers as much as we can. Or else it is so pathetic and painful to see the sceneries that are there and an insult to the dignity of the human beings. And more science, more in that way growth, more animalistic, more uncivilized or barbaric we are becoming, isn't it? भोगत दृष्टि से भी वैसे ही बन रहे हम, going back to the animalistic stage, and also with regard to mutual also, the hatreds, the vengeances, they're all growing, which is not a sign at all of true evolution, true growth at all. So let more and more visionaries come to guide the people in the right direction. Let the people also develop the discrimination ability to know who is guiding in what way. Is somebody guiding positively us or negative? Let the people also become matured, isn't it? Even one jiva becoming miserable, we cannot tolerate. And now see so much of chaos that's happening continuously. Bapre. May it not happen. Let the world be with dharma, with adhyatmikata, with shanti. Right? This is in general our first common sense thought of the day for the world as our contribution. Second thought for the day is what? Good one helps you keep always know and remember the consequences of anything we do wrong. Kaya, vacha, manasa. With sharira, with the vani, with the mana. Whatever not sanctioned by the Shastra, whatever is not dharma, whatever is not correct, if it is done, what are its consequences to the world as well as to us? Try to become more and more about those unholy, unhealthy, unwanted consequences, because only the vision of the consequence that protects us from not doing the negative things. है ना? By the body or by the speech or by the mind, to me as well as to the world, what negative consequences of losses, miseries we are incurring because of doing our adharma or papa. If you really think about it, it's so painful, it's so unbearable only, all those dukkhas. Then जानबूझकर क्यों करे फिर वो? थोड़ा अकल से उनसे विथड्रा करना है. Many a times, one is in our mad rush, second is in our not observing the outcome that we do all negatives, then we suffer. It starts from our own self, like to with own my own sharira, with my own indriyas. What I do, the negative of eating wrong food, etc., how it troubles my own body. वहां से शुरू करते हुए everything which gives me dukkha is adharma and papa. Every adharma and papa definitely is going to give dukkha immediately or maybe after little time. So knowing those consequences, let us avoid. Read those books. Especially in our Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, we have great Puranas, the Garuda Puranadi, they tell us about the Dushkarmas, Dushphalas. Very exhaustively they are given. तो उस फल के भय को मन में रखकर फिलहाल we should not do anything bad or wrong. Then only we are protected and then we become, what do you say, not a liability to the world. Second thought of the day is always think about the negative results and negative consequences of our negative activities, kaya, vacha, manasa. An angry thought, an angry word, an anger oriented action, a thought of jealousy, a thought of bitterness, a thought of destroying others. इस सब का बहुत भयंकर फल होता है, नेगेटिव फल. तो याद रखो उसको. Thus keep on avoiding doing bad. Equally true the other one. Get information about the beautiful positive results one incurs or gets when one involves in the positive, dharmic, beautiful activities, kaya, vacha, manasa, by action, by word, and by thought. Let that beautiful positive consequence inspire us in doing always consciously actions positive one, isn't it? The consequence of when we love someone, help someone, when we forgive someone, isn't it? All of them are so beautiful. To our own heart also, to the person also, to the mutual relation also. तो क्यों हम इसको where are our mind? Where are we lost in our non-thinking and thought? Such a simple thing also we miss and never do the good things which have the good consequence and never give up the bad things which are giving us bad consequences individually for ourselves also and also to our near and dear ones and also to the world at large. क्या है जो हमें सोचने नहीं दे रहा, समझने नहीं दे रहा है, निश्चय लेने नहीं दे रहा, परफॉर्म करने नहीं दे रहा है? क्या है वो? सोचो उसको. Better is what? Don't worry about it. You got the idea now, then implement it. You know, the positive activities, when they are done, the beautiful consequences on my mind and in the world in the totality. Let me be inspired by that and keep on doing only positive. You know, this is a third thought of the day. First one is prayer for the whole world. Second is be aware of the consequence of negative activities. Therefore, have all the ruthlessness or guts or courageous not to perform them. In the same way, the positive एक्टिविटीज का पॉजिटिव कॉन्सिक्वेंस को मन में लगाकर बार बार उन्हीं को करने का आदती बनना है एंड देन ऑल्सो become a good example for others vocally as well as just by being so. Let the people find that example in us. Oh, this person is healthy because of these habits. This person is at peace in his mind because of these his maturities. This person is this way, loved by the world because of his this nature, his this attitude, his this giving time positively, regularly, genuinely, sincerely in serving the world. So let us also be like that. And this way, let us become an example to the people by being one. Second is vocally also. At least to our near and dear ones, we can take that freedom, permission to discuss with them and say, "Ki, these are the positive things I experimented upon and I got such a good result. I just want to inform you. And those negative things I was doing earlier and very bad consequences I was facing. I just tried to avoid them for some time. I avoided it. I'm free from that misery. It's just my recognition, discovery for myself. It's helping me and just putting in front of you. Just to see if you can think about them. Is there in a simple language to your children, grandchildren, you can put up those thoughts. See, people sometimes may be very intelligent, very busy in many things, but ऐसे कुछ मुख्य चीजों को वो लोग नजरअंदाज करते हैं तो हमें कहने में कोई ऐतराज नहीं होना है isn't it? This is the third one. Fourth is very good one, interesting, which I tell to myself, share it with you if you like it, do it. What is it is? Ki any situation we are in the life, in the world, whatever is given to us by the Lord, and whatever it may be, He has given us people. He has given a beautiful world, the place to stay. He has given us Dehendriya Prana Mano Buddhyadi. He has given both Bandhu Mitra. Can we develop this thing? I don't know whether it is practical, possible, or we don't know. Can we develop this habit of making use of every of these things given by the Lord for our spiritual evolution? Very big thought it is. I don't know how to discuss on that more exhaustively. You are wise beings. You can think about it. जो कुछ भी भगवान ने दिया उसको आध्यात्मिक प्रगति के लिए यूज करना. Is this thought correct? Is this thought noble? Is this thought useful? Is this thought practical? Just to see for yourself, everyone. You know, nothing to compel, nothing to insist. But maybe there is a chance. And what I feel for myself, I cannot thrust it upon you, is that this is the only way to develop that ability, attitude of trying to utilize everything for Paramatma, that we really truly grow spiritually. More specifically said, anything is given to us only for the Adhyatmic Pragati, because in that only there is more joy, more freedom, more moksha. And why the Lord gives anything to us to make us miserable, or to bind us, or to take away us from the truth or the reality? So it is in our own non-recognition, and in our own carelessness, maybe, that we misuse whatever given by the Lord in terms of, in the way of going away from the divinity, going away from the spirituality, isn't it? Recognize, value it. Like I am born in India, और अगले जन्म में और कहीं जन्म लिया जहाँ ऐसा हवा नहीं है तो the spiritual हवा. So now the Lord has given it. Let me utilize. Isn't it? Now my parents, good value oriented, spiritual oriented. Thank God. Let me use it, get the guidance from them, get inspiration from them. If I am born to a very nastika parents, अगले जन्म में, who are very, very licentious or materialistic oriented, who just give birth to children like the animal and throw them, ऐसे कितने लाखों पेरेंट्स नहीं है. Am I not fortunate that way? Think like that. Anything Bhagwan gives, wonderful brothers, sisters, neighbors, even children, how they can be utilized for spirituality and for Adhyatmika Pragati. So too, my own Deha, my own Indriya, my own variety of talents I am given. Each of us are having lots of talents, isn't it? Of every so many faculties. How many examples I can give? Somebody can dance, somebody can speak, no? Somebody can write, somebody can compose, somebody is a very good thinker, somebody is emotional. एक एक के अपने अपने यूनिक एबिलिटी कैपेसिटीज है. हाउ आई कैन यूज देम फॉर माई स्पिरिचुअल अनफोल्डमेंट. Think about it. When we start thinking, the ideas start coming to us. The Lord will supply such people who guide us. He will take us to those books or libraries or sources where this jignasa of ours is positively fulfilled. The jignasa that I want to know everything that's provided to me, how to use it for my adhyatmika pragati. Isn't it? Carefully. And not misuse it to go away from the divinity. वो भी important है ना. Whatever is given to us is like the two-edged weapon, sword. तो उससे हम दुनियादारी में भी फंस सकते हैं, उससे हम परमात्मा की तरफ भी जा सकते. हाउ इज लेफ्ट टू यू, है ना. ईच वन हैज देयर ओन इंटेलिजेंस, दे कैन थिंक एंड सी. द आइडिया इज दिस वन. जो कुछ भी प्रभु ने दिया उससे आध्यात्मिक प्रगति कैसे पाए, isn't it? And then whatever the Lord takes away, accept it. He doesn't want me to get lost in it, therefore He's taking away Manzoor. Oh Lord, accept it. So in that way, praying to the world, we do our obligations. By knowing the consequence of negative, avoid it and protect ourselves from falling down. Knowing the beautiful positive results of the positive activities, inspired from that, we make a habit of being always in positive actions, kaya, vacha, manasa. Then we are also wise enough every moment to encash. When I am alone, how to encash it for Adhyatmic sadhana. When I am healthy, when I am young, when I am dynamic, when I am in Sattva Guna, how to utilize it for sadhana. Even if I am unhealthy, how to use it for sadhana? Even if I am left alone or with the people around me, how to use it for sadhana? उस पे दृष्टि करना. आई एम वेरी रिच, गुड, थैंक गॉड. कैसे उस पोजीशन को आध्यात्मिक साधना के लिए यूज करूं? हाउ एम वेरी पुअर, जस्ट हैंड टू माउथ. So this situation also, how it can be encashed for adhyatmikata. In that way, focus it. In that, see that what secret treasure of divine blessings are hidden. सोचने से वो रिवील होता है. Isn't it? It's a beautiful thing it is. That way, keep on growing in adhyatmikata. What is adhyatmika growth? Every day we are discussing that only in all our 6-7 classes. That understanding the substratum of the entire drama that's happening and abiding in our identity with that. So that whatever is to be done, that's all called as Adhyatmika Sadhana. And if we achieve, we are Siddha Purusha. So these are the 4 assorted thoughts we wanted to discuss. Hope they are helpful. And such ones, when we contemplate, every day we get the ideas. After all, first of all, overall, we are a human being bestowed with the best of the gift called as intellect. Why shy? Why hesitate to utilize it? Why not make best use of it in this way, enhancing our correct, authentic understandings and wisdoms and live wisely. Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Munaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ओम जगतीमवितुं कलिताकृतयो विसरन्ति महामः सच्चलतः अहिमांशुरिवात्र विभासि गुरो भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम् अस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं स सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रु शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं विश्वे मोक्ष धर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सर्वेषां संकल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः श्री आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मुक्त्यर्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ॐ नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. ॐ अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः. One more round of chanting. We have seen three mantras yesterday. Let us do from 4 to 7 mantras for Parayanam. ॐ नीलः पतङ्गो हरितो लोहिताक्षः तडिद्गर्भः ऋतवः समुद्राः अनादिमत्वं विभुत्वेन वर्तसे यतो जातानि भुवनानि विश्वा अजामेकां लोहितशुक्लकृष्णां बह्वीः प्रजाः सृजमानहं स्वरूपाः अजो हि कोजुषमाणोऽनुशेते जहात्येनां भुक्तभोगाम् अजोऽन्यः द्वासुपर्णा सयुजा सखायां समानं वृक्षं परिशस्वजाते तयोः अन्यः पिप्पलं स्वादु अस्ति अनश्नन् अन्यो अविचाकशैति समाने वृक्षे पुरुषो निमग्नः अनीशया शोचति मुह्यमानः जुष्टं यदा पश्यति अन्यम् ईशम् अस्य महिमानम् इति वीतशोकः. Done. Now the Sambandha Bhashya for the Dwadasha mantra is very consciously we have tried to understand yesterday. Sutratmanam prati aviratam abhimukhataya vikshantam parameshwaram prati akhandita tattvajnana siddhaye prarthanam aha. So we are all individuals, part of the total. When the total blesses us, we as an individuals can move towards our goal of liberation. So we put our application to that Ishvara who is continuously empowering this total. So that's the meaning of Sutratmanam prati aviratam abhimukataya vikshantam parameshwaram. That Parameshwara who is Nirantara Rupena Vikshantam watching Avimukataya facing that Sutratma, the Hiranyagarbha, the totality. And to him we are doing Prarthana. For what? Prarthana Maha. Prarthana is for Akhandita Tattva Jnana Siddhaye. वो तत्व जो अखंडित है उसका ज्ञान पाने के लिए और तत्व ज्ञान सिद्धि which should not have any khanda or breakage because wherever tattva jnana prayatna tattva jnana anubhava gap comes breakage happens into that the atattva the maya the moha the samsara the jagat they enter to spoil the show. Therefore our sadhana should be akhanda, our anubhuti also should be akhanda. That's the meaning of what we saw the fourth point just now in our common sense thought. How every moment we put ourselves in that adhyatmika sthiti or position only. Akhandata. My sleep also is to be so fresh that I am able to do my adhyatmik sadhana. That's called is the akhanda tattva jnana siddhi. Prayatna. I eat the food so that my energy is sufficient for my sadhana and only that food I eat. In this way हर एक चीज को उसी के लिए करना. It is from our side the effort. So to that Parameshwara, let us do prarthana. O Lord, bless us with the akhanda tattva jnana siddhi. Akhanda tattva of it the jnana. There is one tattva which is akhanda unbroken. In that only, like the water is akhanda. In that so many wavenesses are coming and going. So too there is akhanda sadghana chidghana anandagana tattva on which the Veshti Samashti, so many of the Rupanamas with their Shaktis, performances, all are coming and going. They are all khanda and they are not tattva. So we want the akhanda and tattva jnana. Akhanda tattva kya hai? Uska jnana. Let me have. Isn't it? It's not an object that it can be seen, shown through any of the upadis. Hai. That one sentence of Tulsi Ramayana, which is essence of so many Upanishads thousand times said, always remember in the mind. That mantra has two sentences. Second is beautiful. What is said there in Ramayana is कि सोई जानता जय देव जनाई. He alone knows who is made to know by the Lord. यमेवैष वृणुते तेन लभ्यः तस्य एष आत्मा विवृणुते तनुं स्वाम. That mantra, है ना? नायमात्मा प्रवचनेन लभ्यः न मेधया न बहुना श्रुतेन यमेवैष वृणुते तेन लभ्यः तस्य एष आत्मा विवृणुते तनुं स्वाम. First sentence is this. Swai janata, swai janata means he alone knows. Jai dev janai, जिसको जनाना देते हैं भगवान. Second is interesting. That is what our context. जानत तुम ही हो ही जाए. The one who knows you become you. Means what? Be careful. The one who knows you becomes you means what? Knowing the Lord is becoming the Lord. Is equal to knowing the Lord as my own self. Knowing my own self as a supreme reality alone is actual knowing, which we miss out. And we think knowing means knowing through the upadis. है ना? We always think knowing through the sense organs, knowing through the buddhi is knowing, but we always miss this subtle thought that knowing is conditional, that knowing is aupadika. Then how can a condition in between or the upadhi in between give us 100% the knowledge? Therefore, the real knowing is nirupadika only. And when the upadhis are dropped, how we know it? We know everything as our own self only. That's the meaning of akanda tattva jnana. That can never be gained as objectively. The akhanda tattva is my own self. My own self is akhanda tattva. How can it be known as something other than me? That's why knowing is being. Brahmavitu brahmaiva bhavati. Brahmavit means knower of the Brahman. Brahma eva bhavati. Janata tumai hoi jai. है ना? That is how the Vedantic Parakashta Sthiti, while listening to it as frequently as possible, we have to make it very clear in our understanding. है ना? Just like those few years back, when invited for the Upanishadic class, had so many variety of hesitations regarding their other sadhanas, upasanas and all, hesitant regarding Vedanta. But those who have made it a regular habit for next 4 years till today, now they know, like the Lord Rama, the Krishna, Gadavati, all of them are great, but all of them are expression of the substratum only. If the Vedanta is not heard from last 4 years, we would have missed the knowledge of substratum, and we also would have continued to be caught up in that noble activity only, but we used to be limited only. Bas, मैं राम भक्त हूँ, मैं शिव भक्त हूँ, बस. अरे, who told you not to be his bhakta? You be so. But then who is Rama and Shiva? He has to be the substratum. If he is substratum, how can you be away from him? How can he is away from you? And by not accepting Rama or Krishna as a supreme Brahman, we are belittling him, we are insulting him, we are limiting him. Isn't that? अब वो बात पता चला. Because of the price we paid of listening every day to Vedanta. Now, Krishna Bhakti is also intact. Same time, Krishna is not limited and insulted. And then, through Krishna, we realize the Brahman. Which Brahman? That Brahman because of which Krishna is Krishna, who is becoming lovable to us, who is becoming worshipful to us. In the same way, the next step of intellectual understanding that the divinity cannot be known objectively, is known subjectively, that a revelation also will happen if we continue listening to the Upanishads. That is the meaning of Akhanda Tattva Jnana Siddhi. I have to have the Siddhi of the Jnana of the Akhanda Tattva. One which is Akhanda Tattva, it cannot be objectively known. Therefore, it is me only. Isn't it? Akhanda Tattva Jnana Siddhi is always that Akhanda Tattva is I myself. Because if there are two things, one limits the other one. And if it is other than me, it becomes Jada. Because anything known is Jada. You understood the logics? Therefore, it has to be Jada means perishable. If it is Akhanda Tattva, it cannot be object. It is Akhanda Tattva, such things cannot be two. If they are not two, it is one without second. If it is not objective, it is subjective. Therefore, I am that one without second, Akhanda Tattva. That which I, not this I now, which is with the upadhis, which is a part of this samsara world, which is struggling, which is troubling others. Not that I, उसका भी जो पीछे, ठीक है, ये वाला ज्ञान हमको स्पष्टता मिल जाए. फर्दर टू दैट परमेश्वरा द प्रार्थना इज indicated here, told here, example is given how to do prarthana. Chant the mantra. Om yo devanam prabhavaschodbhavascha vishvadipo rudro maharshihi hiranyagarbham pashyata jayamanam sano buddhya shubhaya sanyunakto यो देवानां प्रभवश्चोद्भवश्च विश्वाधिपो रुद्रो महर्षिः हिरण्यगर्भं पश्यत जायमानं स नो बुद्ध्या शुभया संयुनक्तु. So Yaha, that Lord who is Devanam Prabhavaha Udbhavacha, who is the cause for the manifestation as well as the empowerment of all devatas. In turn, they are managing the whole world. I know, like I am the Prabhava, cause of the seer in me, because without me, the seer in me cannot be. And to that seer in me, the seeing ability, who is giving, empowering, Udbhavaha? I only am giving. Example. Without me, the seer with eyes in me cannot be. Without my empowering him, he cannot see. सोचो, थोड़ा गंभीर सटल होता है, दिमाग लगाने समझ में आता है. In the same way, the whole universe is run by different phenomenal powers. They are called devatas. Who is the cause of them? Prabhavaha. Who is the emperor of them? Udbhavaha. To that Lord we are doing salutation. Yaha devanam prabhavacha udbhavacha vishwadipaha. Who is the Adipa? Who is the Lord, ruler of the entire happenings of the world? Then Rudraha, who gives and takes away the dukkha as per our behavior. Maharshihi, who is the Rishi, Rishayah Jnana Rashmayaha, the one who is the knower of everything. The one Hiranyagarbham Pashyate Jayamanam, who first projected the Hiranyagarbha, the Samashti, and Pashyate, while looking at him, he is empowering him. Such Paramatma, Parameshwara, Buddhya Shubhaya Samyunaktu. Endo Shubha Buddhi to me, or join the Shubha Buddhi to me, with me. And what is the Shubha Buddhi? Which has the Shubha Tattva as the Lakshya. And Shubha Tattva is only Paramatma Tattva. And then the Shubha Buddhi also knows how to reach to that Tattva. And also it knows how to avoid the pitfalls, etc. Such Shubha Buddhi. And all this wisdom of the goal, wisdom of the wheels, means wisdom of the protection from the pitfalls. 24 hours it should be functional in us. That's Shubha Buddhi. Till we reach to the ultimate goal. May He bless us with the Shubha Buddhi. This is the prayer. Now भाष्यकार ने क्या कहा? प्रतिपादितः अर्थः. अरे भाई, इसका अर्थ ऑलरेडी आपको बता चुके हैं हम. अरे, where did you say so? In the third अध्याय, fourth mantra. Go back. Third अध्याय में fourth mantra. I am seeing it in my book. You also open it. Yes, तृतीय अध्याय got fourth mantra, 3, 4, exactly same mantra. यो देवानां प्रभवश्चोद्भवश्च विश्वाधिपो रुद्रो महर्षिः हिरण्यगर्भं जनयामास पूर्वं Here he says Hiranyagarbham Pashyata Jayaman. There Janayamasa, here Jayamanam Pashyate. The one who is projected Hiranyagarbha, he said there, here the Hiranyagarbha who he has produced, he by looking at him, empowering him. Prayer is common. Sano buddhya shubhaya sanyunaktu. Saha naha samyunaktu. Hmm. Naha means us. Samyunaktu means tuned to, yoke with. What? Buddhya. Which buddhi? Shubha buddhi. Shubhaya buddhya sanyunaktu. Or during studying that sloka that time, how many references from other shastras, quotations from Subhashitas we have taken up to explain it. And one of the famous was, the Lord never protects us by holding a stick in his hands and disciplining us by beating us like a pashu, nor he holds a stick in his hands to protect us by warding away the outer enemy Shatru. How long he can do that? How many times he can do that? Then what is the way the Lord protects his devotees? By giving him Shubha Buddhi. And a beautiful shloka that is so simple. It's in Viduraniti, in Mahabharata, in two, three places. Excellent shloka, lifelong to be remembered. Na haste yashtim adaya devaha rakshanti sadhakam. Devaha haste यष्टिम आदाय न रक्षन्ति साधकम. साधक को हाथ में डंडा लेकर वो रक्षा नहीं करते. देन यम तो रक्षितुम इच्छन्ति, whomever they want to protect, what do? Subuddhya yojayanti tam. They put them into the subuddhi, because that's a permanent rakshana, because it is a lack of wisdom in the buddhi, that the freedom licentiousness given to mind and senses and vasanas, that they play havoc for us and to the world through us. If the buddhi is properly tuned or proper buddhi is gained or given, then all these mistakes we don't do. Therefore, tam subuddhya yojayanti. So therefore, best of the blessings we can ask any devata is subuddhi. Isn't it? Subuddhi. You can give your grandchild this name, Subuddhi. बहुत बढ़िया ना. उसको याद दिलाते हुए उस नाम को कह सकते रहे, तेरा नाम सुबुद्धि है, नॉट दुर्बुद्धि. You can also change in Aadhaar card. Till yesterday my name was Durbuddhi. From today it is Subuddhi. So, yam tu rakshitum icchanti subuddhya yojayanti tam. Isn't it? And this coming to our classes is a subuddhi. That is, Bhagavan is protecting us by giving us this buddhi. Trying to understand is a subuddhi, which is blessings of the Lord. Ability to understand also subuddhi, Lord is blessing us this way. Then slowly developing the conviction that enough of this upadita datma jiva bhava, enough of entangling by our own choice in the nonsense of the world's gamut. Let me reject out of it, reject all this, reach out to the ultimate. This subuddhi is Bhagavad Krupa, it will come to us slowly. Isn't it? If we pray. I तो वही pray कर रहा हूँ. Let me come out of all inner and outer nonsense. Oh Lord, let me reach you first. Then become the flute in your hands. You play your song. As simple as that. Isn't it? This wisdom is called as subuddhi. This maturity is called subuddhi. So subuddhya yojayanti tam. Yaha also shubhaya buddhya samyunaktu. Requesting him. Now let us see quickly the Bhashyam. Yo devanamiti. Yaha, that Lord Devanam means Indradinam, of those all devatas, Indra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni, as we call them, Dvadasha Adityas, Ekadasha Rudras, Dasha Dikpalakas, Navagrahas, Ashtavasus, all of them are Ashwini Kumara. They are all the divine manifestation of the world, or the divinity manifesting in those forms to manage the show of the world. एक ही परमात्मा उतने रूप में है. So that Paramatma Yaha Devanam means Indradinam Udbhav Prabhavaha. Prabhava means Hetuhu. He is the one from whose Sankalpa all these Devata Ganas got manifested. Then Udbhavaha Hetuhucha is a Hetu for Prabhavaha, creation, Udbhavaha, empowerment. Prabhava matlab janam lena. Like the parents are cause of prabhava for the child. Then they are cause also of the udbhava for him both. They give him food, etc., for his physical growth. They give all the wisdoms, etc., for his mental intellectual growth. So, with that growth, the child becomes asset to himself and the world. So, the parents have become Prabhava, Udbhava, Hetu for the children. So, too, for all the Devatas, the Lord is Hetu of Prabhava and Udbhava. समझ गए ना? Udbhava. Then here it says Udbhava means Vibhuti Yoga. Udbhava means Vibhuti Yoga means the abilities of each of those Devatas to perform. So Agni Deva, his ability is to burn. Vayu Deva, his ability is to push the things as well as to dry up. Jala Devata, he just wets the things. The Bhu Devata supports. And Akasha Devata gives the place to stay. Varuna Devata barish dete hain. Kubera is a Dhanaswami. Yesterday we saw all those Devatas in one of our texts. So he is the Udbhava Vibhuti Yoga. Okay. Third one is what? The same Lord, the one who is Vishwadipaha. Vishwadipaha means Palayita. The one who is continuously doing the Palana Poshana of his own created world. Underline this word. Like the parents are the Palayita of the children. A house owner is the Palayita of his newly made house. A car owner is a Palayita of the car. A one who got a dog or cat to bring up or to pet animal, तो ही becomes पालयिता. ठीक है, इसी तरह अपने द्वारा बनाया हुआ ये सारा विश्व का जो पालन करता है, ओ पालन और है ना, ओ पालन हारे, ओ निर्गुण और न्यारे, तेरे बिना हमारा कौन नहीं, ऐसा कोई गाना है. So here also Palana Karta. Then what do you mean by Maharshihi? Mahansha asau Rushishcha iti Maharshihi. Mahan means greater than greatest. Rishi is Rishi. Therefore great Rishi. Rishi is Jnani. Therefore Maharishi means Mahagnani. Mahagnani is equal to Sarvajna. So the Lord who is the Devanam Prabhavaha, the Lord who is Devanam Udbhavaha, the Lord who is Vishwasya Adipaha, the Lord who is Maharshi. Four are studied. Then, having said so, fifth one is what? Hiranyagarbham Janayamasa. Okay. The Lord, fifth point, who has Janayamasa, projected, produced this Hiranyagarbha. What is Hiranyagarbha? He and Ranya Garbha. He means Hitam. Ra means Ramaniyam. Ranya means Ramaniyam. Ati Ujwalam. What is it? Jnanam. Garbhaha. Antasaraha. Yasya. Tam Hiranya Garbham. Janayamas. And what is Hiranya Garbha? Hiranya Garbha is the Samashti Jnana. Samashti Sukshma Sharira. And that Samashti Sukshma Sharira is in the interest of all the Vyashti. That interest of all the Vyashti is called Hitam. Therefore, it is beautiful, Ramaniyam. So, Hitam, Ramaniyam, Ati Ujwalam, Jnanam, Garbha means Antasaraha, Yasya, Tam, Hiranyagarbham Janayamas. So, Garbha means Antasaraha. The one in whose inside, Antasara, the Garbham, what is there? Ati Ujwalam, Jnanam. And what is the Ati Ujjwala Jnanam? Hitam Ramaniyam. तो हितम रमणीयम अति उज्ज्वल ज्ञानम जिनका अंदर का व्यक्तित्व है, दैट्स द मीनिंग ऑफ हिरण्यगर्भ. Not that he has got gold in his stomach that he is smuggling it from other country. आजकल सब होता है, कहाँ कहाँ लगाते हैं सोने को. Not that way. तो हिरण्यगर्भ मीन्स हितम रमणीयम ज्ञानम अति उज्ज्वलम ज्ञानम गर्भ अंतस्सारः यस्य तम जनयामास पूर्व सर्गादौ. The one who has created that Brahmadeva in every of the creation. Then last one, him we are praying. Saha, that Ishvara, Naha means Asman, all of us, Buddhya Shubhaya Sanyunaktu. May he endow us with the Shubha Buddhi. What for the Shubha Buddhi or which you call as Shubha Buddhi? Not much of explanation given by Bhashyakara. He trusts our what do you call intelligence. Therefore, simple definition or explanation he gives that Shubhaya Buddhya Sanyunaktu. Which is Shubha Buddhi? What do you do with the Shubha Buddhi? Answer is Paramapadam Prapnuyama iti. So that we obtain the supreme state of being. Parama, supreme. Pada means state of being. So what is supreme state of being? That's Satyam Jnanantam Brahma. That's the ultimate goal. So that Satyam Jnanantam Brahma, supreme state of being called as Paramapada, that buddhi which takes us to that, that's called Shiva Buddhi. May he bless us with that. Paramapadam Prapnyama. So simple it is. So unambiguous it is. That only in the Paramapada Prapti that all our efforts, all our struggles, all our journeys end permanently. And we have reached the ultimate, there is nothing beyond. So clarity has come to us. Pray to the Ishvara, bless me with Shubha with which I achieve the Paramapada. Okay, this was the meaning of our mantra number 12. देख चुके हैं हम. Now let us do the 13th mantra with Sambandha Bhashya. Excellent it is. Tomorrow we'll take time for that. Om 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 Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamādāya Purnamevāvashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Paravarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Namaha Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you. Join for Gita.